Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dicefunctional. Where we last left off, our group of intrepid adventurers, the Neighborhood Watch, had just made their way into an unknown facility made by the one and only Etetremini. There, the party began making their way through the various halls and rooms of this area, finding some very disturbing biological experiments being done. Creatures being put into what is effectively fight pits to find the strongest creature, being killed and brought back to life endlessly in a march towards making the best something. You're not too sure what. Where we had just left off previously, though, you guys were on the run from a large spider-like automaton of some sort. And had just found yourselves looking at a large room made heavily of stone and filled with cages with dozens of beasts sitting inside of their cages. The cages being pretty poorly maintained. And that was basically where we left off. So, let me just quickly turn the music on.
I missed last session, and I'm like, a big spider? That's cool. All I heard about.
I forgot you missed last session.
I did. It's been approximately 87 years, but I did miss it. The only thing I heard about last session was that we were in a big room full of monsters.
That's true.
I heard nothing of the big robot spider. And we thought
To be fair, I thought we got away from it.
It was pursuing you, but it's not actively a threat, but it was chasing after you.
But I didn't think to tell you because it was gone.
I think the camera's messed up already in Discord.
Oh, did it freeze on you?
Yeah.
You'll just have to quickly recapture it. I think as well, maybe the stream is like a bit quiet. And by a bit, I mean a lot.
I'm listening to it right now.
Okay, because I was also listening to it.
Yeah, voices need to be upped.
beep up boop.
Alright.
But the music can be lowered a little bit.
Is the music balance good now? We'll work on that because it seems that changing that is what might have caused the cameras to mess up.
Pretty good.
I also want, I do want you to go, when you're done with that, go into OBS and just push the desktop audio slider
Yeah.
up.
Alrighty. So, you guys are currently standing inside of the oddly organic-looking stone halls of the, if I recall correctly, you guys are currently in the Fulminant Spire.
Yes.
And you look out at a room full of monsters, beasts, other aberrations, shoved into cages, and ill-kept. You can see that the floor here is disgusting. There is old dried blood, strange brownish stains, as well as what looks to be various forms of vomit and other emissions from the creatures near the cages. Maggots and other creepy crawlies. I'm sorry, dude. Maggots and other creepy crawlies. I know! I'm sorry! Maggots and other creepy crawlies are scuttering across the floor. Flies have begun to buzz about the place. You can see that this place is lit with what looks to be some kind of illusory flame. It is slightly purple. Stop it. It is slightly purplish in color, adding a bit of coloration to the otherwise monochrome halls. The beasts here are in varying states. Some seem to be currently awake, others are furious for being locked up, and some appear to be resigned, simply sitting and watching and looking outward, doing nothing. So, allow me to pull you to the map. And I will place you upon the map.
As soon as it loads.
When did you finish the map, Connor?
An hour and a half ago.
Really? That long ago?
Yes.
I doubt.
I don't believe
Out.
it.
Compared
Unless there's another map that.
Yeah, compared to
took up
some
the
of the
time.
maps I've done, it's where I was building them while stalling the players with NPC conversations. Not bad.
In fairness to
Wow.
me,
When you
I
said it
forgot,
was like.
I forgot to wall the map. I forgot to put in walls.
It's okay.
Tear down
Um,
this wall.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Shut up! Shut up! Fucking dorks.
When you were describing like a room, like basically a hall lined with monster cages, I was expecting like a straight shot with like just a bunch of shit. This is all like scattered around.
Whoa. There's a crab back there.
Finally,
There's a crab.
we return to our roots.
Watcher
there-
token needs to be on the map to see.
I'll tell you. I'm putting it on there. Don't worry. I'm correcting the walls first. I'll tell you. There is one crab-like monster here, and there is one actual crab here.
Crab,
There's a-
crab, crab.
Well,
I
this
wanted to
is
not even be
scorpion.
like. I wanted to not be like a monstrous crab either. I wanted to just be a crab they found at the beach, and they were like, "Yes, you will do perfectly."
There
Oh,
are
they're
definitely
learned
two.
anyway.
There are definitely two jokier creatures I have stuffed into the cages.
Oh my
Let
god.
them out.
I did not put Amogus onto the map. I swear to Christ.
Nuggets.
I'm looking for a Mogus.
Wait, that's a dinosaur head.
This looks like the alien baby from Alien.
Okay, that's called a dog. Okay, that is a dog. That is in fact a dog.
Some kind of weird, like, four-legged thing with a tail that you would maybe, like, keep in your house? I don't know.
I realize you're
It
only
doesn't
used to
look like a-
cats and Trotsky, but that is a dog.
Wait, is
It
Trotsky
literally doesn't
on
look
the
like a dog through the
You
cage.
need to not.
Oh,
You're criticizing me, but all I can see is
Actually-
wrinkles.
It's not like Trotsky. It's like Forrest.
it's gonna open some doors.
None
I'm
of
not
this
supposed
looks.
to.
None of this looks like.
I just
Forrest is
realized
gonna open
that,
the door and we're fucked.
that is the thing I was looking at is not in fact a crab. It's a giant scorpion.
Yeah, this one.
I keep
Yeah.
forgetting.
Giant scorpion.
Do you think? Oh, I'm sorry. We need to kill that. I need its stinger.
Oh, you can
Why
make
did I-
such poison.
Why did I get the feeling you were gonna say that?
That's what I thought you'd say, you dumb fucking horse.
Next time, poisonous creatures need to be available to fight.
Are you saying it can't fight, Connor?
Oh wait, I found
you
the
know
crab.
what?
I think it's this one.
Wasn't planning on that one.
All I'm
Crab,
hearing, Connor, is that means it's
crab,
free
crab.
range.
Grab.
Free range.
Do you not like my choice of words, then?
It's a choice, certainly. You can see
Together we
that
make
ahead of
art.
you. Ahead of you, to the left, the cages and further captured abominations appear to stretch out more and more as there are further locked away beasts. But to the right, there is another hall that appears to have less of the detritus scattering amongst the floor. It may go somewhere else, but you are unsure where or what it goes to.
I wanna let them out. They've been trapped here for so long.
It's
Sad.
definitely not fair to them, but also if we let them out, I think they will just kill us. Fitz, you really gotta learn not to eat hot soup on missions.
This whole session, Fitz has a thermos of really hot soup,
It's
so
like
that when I
so
eat my hot
Minus 1 HP. Minus 1 HP.
What if we tried talking to them? I don't know. Making sure they know we're not bad.
By the way, just a round of stealth checks, everybody. I'm pretty confident that you're still under the effect of Pass Without a Trace, Michelle?
Yeah.
I believe so. I'm gonna roll
So,
my new bullet dice.
Oh god.
Do you guys think I should roll physical or virtual dice?
I'm gonna roll virtual dice.
I think you're
have-
cursed no matter what, and you're never touching my
Yeah.
dice, ever.
I think you should come touch Connor's dice.
I think you
them.
rub your dirty hands
Absolutely,
all
yes.
over Connor's dice.
Okay, guys,
I don't. You
I
know what?
was-
I don't know how to roll these. I'm gonna
I
roll
definitely
real dice.
apologize for how bad I'm gonna roll right now because I am rolling because I don't know where my dice is.
I'm rolling
I know where it is,
virtual.
but I have to look.
Surprisingly, even with disadvantage and a -1, I got a 12.
You got higher than me. You got higher than Fit.
In plate mail? In plate mail as well.
Negative dexterity.
Okay, good.
Oh wait, that's my fault. Jill, I have Fit's sheet open. Let me close it.
Close it! Get your dirty paws off it! Putting the bad juju in there.
Castella, what have you gotten for your stealth check?
A natural 20, so I don't
Okay, you're
bother.
fine. I'm pretty sure that's a 40.
I'm not gonna bother.
40,
It is.
40.
Wait.
I have my dice. I got
Nope.
I'll be right back.
Correction. It is a 42 with Pass Without a Trace.
42.
Hell yeah.
Castella
How's it a
is
42?
gone.
Oh, because it's
Because you have a
12,
plus
that is
12,
fair.
plus 10, natural 20.
Yeah, that's.
Bye, Castella.
You actually entered
Stella
a pocket
vanishes.
dimension.
Yeah.
Darius?
That's a 10 on the dice roll plus 10 for 20.
Fitz?
Damn it, but damn.
17.
Damn it,
All right.
dude.
Granny?
13 plus 10, 23.
Ignatius?
12 plus 10 for a 22.
And Fizzy?
Michelle said BRB.
28 from
So
It's
it's
28
38.
On the,
No,
on the die, so that's
actually,
plus
she
10,
added in the
and that'll
10,
be
so 28.
a 38.
I'm
I
happy
think
that
she
you're the
added
one
in
doing
the
the impression
10.
because I was about to do the exact same thing, and I think my voice
think-
is not suited for this.
I think I can get higher up.
Yes.
I don't like
Yeah,
to do, but I can
definitely.
get up there.
Should I roll for blues?
Oh, I forgot. Is your horse
I forgot
still
the
out?
fucking horse is here.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I apologize. Here is your horse. There you go. He's on the map.
Whose horse is that?
Oh,
Horse is nuts.
and over there.
Roll for the horse.
Attributes.
Of course.
Dexterity.
Of course.
Ability, normal.
The horse
And-
Still a 20.
The horse is as stealthy as Darius.
We gotta get Mr. Ed out of here. I'm tired of this already.
Okay. Feel free to move your characters on the map as wherever you wish. Speak amongst yourselves. Castella, you will have no worries on being stealthy. I'm going to tell you right now, you can put yourself basically in front of cages, and I won't. Nothing's going to happen. You're fine.
Okay.
You're a ghost, basically. So do as you please.
Always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh, it's Kaz.
Well, I'll say Granny's probably gonna make basically a careful beeline towards the, I guess probably this. I think that's like the only exit, really, right over there.
There's an exit over there that goes away from more cages, and there's an exit over here that goes to more cages.
I would assume we want to go away from more cages, but I suppose I'm not sure. Where are we going?
We were just kind of just running from the spider.
Well, we're also heading
One
towards
moment.
something, right? What are we
I
going?
need to adjust the cams.
You're heading towards the teleportation pad. That will lead you towards the warp crux.
Right.
I've realized an error in how I set this up. Both are full screen applications and they don't want to both update unless if they're the active screen, so I just have to click on one and then the other.
Yep.
Yeah. Might
Yes,
do
Fitz.
I want to let them out. But they're trapped.
They
I wanna-
How long have they been trapped out here? Stuck in these cages.
thousands of years, probably.
You don't know exactly.
I'm gonna touch one of the. Well, no, I'm not gonna touch one of the cages. Let me walk that back a little. I don't want to stick my fingers anywhere near any cages right now.
Good doggy.
I'm gonna touch the velociraptor.
Speak for yourself, I'm exploring.
Well, you know that it's been genetically modified because it's not feathered.
Doesn't look like
fair.
a big chicken.
Just keep it.
That's
Or-
fair. I made
rules
that
is
one out of a
written.
frog.
Velociraptors are just different in 5e.
Keeping an eye for shit because I also have dice now. I went and got my dice.
So, is there like two ways? Like one's here and
There are.
one's there?
Yep, the one to the left is leading to an area with even more cages, and the one to the right leads to an area that appears to go away from them. You don't know what else is past that point.
Are these frogs?
Where?
I'm gonna tell you right now, no, they're definitely not, but you should be more familiar with them than frogs.
Are they turtles?
No.
They're like devourers. They're little brains on legs.
Ah, they are brains, aren't they? Don't worry, we're not smart enough.
You gotta stay away from those guys.
You're fucking self.
My fucking huge brain.
We are not honor among thieves. We do in fact have smart people in our
Hey, Connor.
They're
was
attracted to
hurtful.
the...
Hey, Connor.
Yes.
I'd like to make bad decisions.
Go ahead.
Because Deus is curious. Which of these does whatever's inside of it look the most inactive?
So I would say of these creatures that you're nearest to, let's see. No, not him. Not that. Definitely not that. Honestly, it would probably be this one right up here. It looks like a pretty malformed wolf of a sort. It's stacked on top of some other cages. And you see that it's this pretty ugly looking like pig snout nosed wolf that has like this bare skin at the very front of its face. It is currently just sleeping.
Poor baby.
Whose horse is that?
It's got wings.
Uh,
Yeah.
Again, Deus's greatest curse is her curiosity.
Oh boy. If you lose your hands, that's your fault.
If I lose my hand, we can find someone who can grow them back.
Doubt.
Expensive, but
Use-
it exists.
Use your non-dominant hand to explore. I'm gonna give you that advice.
I'm ambidextrous.
Whoa, she's bisexual. I didn't know.
I didn't know she was chill like that.
Also, Michelle, please don't forget to move your character.
Hold on. I'm married to a changeling.
Whoa. Like you're American.
I swear to God. I would like to approach the cage.
Maybe okay, Darius. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think we could stop her
That
if
ship
we
is
want
sailed.
to.
That ship is sailed.
It's gone.
Don't try it.
Okay.
Deus has already gotten too far.
Okay. You're approaching the cage.
My gun is at the ready. I'm sticking near Fizzy and Fitz, basically, but...
Let's see here. What do I have currently on me as a person? Not my map. Oh, I have some rotten pomegranates.
Don't
Yeah.
you think they deserve better than rotten
I'm
food? They've
It's
had
all-
rotten food.
Well,
That's all I have.
if you mean to make an appetizing meal, I'm certain that there'll be a nice accompaniment to your hand.
I was gonna toss.
I got
It
some.
is, so I
Do you
could
want to
s-
give him some water? I can get you some water.
The point is to see if it's how alive it is.
Everything wants water. If it's alive.
Darish gently tosses the pomegranate in.
You'll see that the wolf-like beast will kind of lift its head up, which is almost the size of Balus's head, I will point out. And it'll look down at the pomegranate, and it'll kind of starts eating at the pomegranate itself. It seems pretty relaxed and pretty willing to eat virtually anything you provide to it.
Which of these two paths is the direction leading to the magic circle, the teleportation circle?
So you do not know because it's still a little higher up. So which one is going to be leading directly to it, you do not know that definitively.
Alright.
I still, in that case, I definitely opt for the path with fewer monsters.
Shit, that one has a scorpion in it!
It's cage. It won't get us.
And you walk right in front of it. Alright.
You do not.
Davis is out of its reach.
You do not know if
Sure
any
you
of them
are.
have prehensile limbs.
You don't know how strong those cages are. I would back up. And he also kind of gestures to Fitz and Fizzy, like, we're going this way.
Keepy. I don't know what I can do if something happens, but Fizzy's just like eyes on things.
Oh yeah, my gun is drawn and has been.
Okay. Fizzy, you begin making your moves to follow the rest of the party. Fitz does not move.
Staying right here because I need to keep an eye on Fitz too.
Fit?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm still at the corner, so I can still see him. Does he look like paralyzed?
Fitz is not moving.
Alright. I'm gonna cautiously approach. To try and, like, grab his hand?
Okay.
Yes?
You see Fitz is stalled mid-stride, and they are unmoving as you move forward to try and touch them.
There's not, like, a Medusa here or something?
They are still flesh and bone. That you see no evidence of them being petrified. They are not moving.
Like snapping. See if any reaction, nothing.
Excellent. You will see, the two of you will see that as Fizzy snaps her fingers in front of Fitz to try and get their attention, Fitz will kind of come out of their locked state and be able to move again.
It was incredibly odd.
You alright? What happened?
I was walking and then I wasn't. I thought maybe I could try to talk, but I
Did you make eye contact with something?
not intentionally. I don't think so. I was sort of walking to see if I could find anything that looked partially sentient enough to be convinced not to kill us.
I think it's better to just get out of this room as fast as we can. We're going this way.
I don't like it. everyone else is doing them.
I know you feel for these creatures. But we're not really in a situation where we can help them. Not without putting ourselves into needless danger. We can report on this or come back.
As the two of you begin to turn and leave, you see that Fizzy is not turning to move with you.
Oh, god damn it! I'm gonna... Enough of this. I'm literally going over and grabbing her arm and starting to, like, drag her along. If
Okay.
I can.
As Granny, as you grab hold of Fizzy and begin to move to drag her along, Fizzy, you'll be able to move, and Granny, you stop being able to move.
Fuck.
What's the hold up? Why are you guys taking so long?
There is something weird happening, and it's getting passed along, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is.
It's sort of contagious paralysis.
Is something charming you?
I don't think so. Hold on, let me see if I have it. I have it prepared. I prepared.
I'll be right back, Mr. Scorpion.
All right. This is a fun thing I'm gonna do. Maybe cast Greater Restoration on Granny, and it'll stop it.
Do you wish to?
Thinking. Because I don't want to waste it.
Can I make noises? I know my mouth can't move, but she's
Look
just
at
going
look at what I just sent you.
she's just going like.
For funsies, can I touch Granny?
Yep. You can touch Granny, and you touch her, and you do not stop moving, because you're just touching her. You just give her a touch. You feel fine.
Can I do a perception check to see if any of these creatures are looking at us specifically?
Sure.
We could daisy chain our way out of here. We'll just have one person that's always paralyzed.
I caught myself before saying something truly awful. And I should get an achievement for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Get an achievement? Okay.
Yeah. Perception?
Yep.
That's a 16.
Total or on the die?
Total.
Okay. I sent you a message. Ah! It fell out of my headset.
Connor, just to clarify, the one I interacted with or a different one?
It is a different one. That was a wolf. Bear in mind.
Fair enough. Which cage is it in? I'm gonna walk towards it.
It's that fucking alien dog.
Is the thing in the cage below it, like, awake?
It looks like a big gorilla.
It looks to be a large gorilla-like beast. It is, kind of. You would say it's almost in like a stupor-like state. It is not fully awake, but maybe it's been drugged or something. Maybe it is half awake. You're not too sure.
Eris is gonna toss it a pomegranate.
To the gorilla?
Yeah.
The gorilla does not seem to respond to that.
Cool, I'm gonna climb the cage.
Okay! Athletics, please!
Oh, I'm horrible at athletics. This is gonna be fun.
What are you doing?
My best. The 9.
Darius will manage to climb up the cage.
Yep.
Anybody else who is paying attention will note that the gorilla seems to stir slightly.
Fine. And I'm
You
gonna
can talk to it, monkey to monkey.
um, and Deus is just gonna like take a third pomegranate because she was carrying so many fruit. I have some oranges still. I just toss it at the dog.
Yeet.
And you see this pug-like dog turn and start eating the pomegranate. And as that happens, Granny, you can now move.
Darius, get away from there. The thing below you is moving.
This place sucks.
Yes, Darius?
She waves off Iggy at the comment. And it's just... Can I
Yeah,
do...
Paste some more on the shoddily built
That was me,
breaking
not...
down cage.
That was
Okay.
me trying to think.
I
Sorry.
thought Darius was pacing and I was like, yeah?
I'm not great at Arcana checks. But I feel like I want, like... I don't know, what would I do to try to figure out what is causing the dog to do that?
Probably an Arcana check, to be honest.
Yeah. I have a solid +4, so, Oh, it's 19.
You think that it is some kind of an ability that the dog, which is what you're taking to calling it, has. You think it's got something to do with the way that the whole bringing back bodies thing is happening here. Maybe it's mixing something in there. Maybe it's just intentionally warping them in some way. But it is probably some kind of a magic ability where if one is stared at by the beast dog, it then renders them unable to move and paralyzes them.
It can hold a person, essentially.
Effectively, yeah. It looks to be individual, but if you were to guess, it's basically like a method of self-preservation. Don't
Well,
really need to fight anything if you could just stare at it until it starves or dehydrates.
Reverse Weeping Angel.
Effectively,
Two
yes.
of us. I'm gonna throw in another pomegranate before getting down off the cage.
Okay. As you are getting down off the cage, you will hear one of the rivets that are holding the cage together go ping, and then it will drop noticeably, making a loud screeching noise as the metal scrapes against itself. You will manage to clear yourself off of it and get off of the cage, but not before the loud noise is heard by virtually everything.
Quickly.
I can only go so fast.
I think we should pick up the pieces.
As you guys begin to move and pick up the pace as fast as possible, getting away from the ape-like beast, the ape-like creature inside of this cage will stir and wake up more, seeming to start thumping on its cage a little bit, making a loud rattling sound as it does so, to which the dog then starts staring down back at it as it is shaking its cage, making the gorilla beast stop moving. But at that point, everything else has heard the noise. Everything else has heard that something is going on, and now dozens of voices are screeching out, howling, barking, yelping, and that this room, which was quiet-ish initially, has become a cacophony as everything all at once is reacting and starting to make noise. They may not see you, but they know something is happening. Now they're freaking out. Please move your tokens wherever you wish. including back to Mr. Scorpion if you want to do so.
I will take up the rear, make sure everyone's moving forward.
Yeah.
If I could find a way to cut off your stinger, I would do it.
That's just for it's in a cage, man.
Do you know how potent scorpions are?
Yes. Yes, I do. Of course.
I mean, it would only be
I knew one.
It would only be the tip of its stinger. It could live quite easily without it.
We do not need to be here.
If this wasn't filled with hundreds of shitty rusted cages, I would say go for it. But these cages look ready to fall apart.
And if it could smash through its own cage, it could likely smash through several others.
Yeah. Just running out of supplies.
You all begin making your way out of the now deafening room into a more clean, more hygienic hallway. It still has that same organic muscle and sinew-esque pattern to the stone, which stretches upward and pulls in odd and uncomfortable ways, the floor beneath you having a strange twisting pattern. And eventually you find yourself looking at what appears to be a door. A small, human-sized door. Some kind of metal, most likely. You aren't sure if it's locked or what have you, but you do know it's closed.
I was gonna say just open it, but considering the place we're in, Kaz, can I steal your thunder for a second and check for traps?
Okay. Did you have to put that literally, or?
Is that rude?
Is that a joke?
Say that around you?
Heal your son for a while.
Was that meant to? Is that just racist, or is it a joke, or what?
Is that a
Is that
like, yeah.
insensitive?
I didn't.
You said it.
It's a ton of phrase.
Just do it, man. I don't care.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, -1 going forward.
Yeah.
Looking over the door, you can see.
30. So.
Yep. Looking over the door, you can see it is absolutely trapped.
Figured.
It appears to be a small rune-based design. It is intended to set off an alarm if the door gets opened.
It's a
Hey,
magical trap?
It is.
who can disable magical traps? I assume you can, Kaz?
I have a tool for it.
Cool.
If it's
And Dallas will point out specifically where the trap is at on the door.
So, Kaz. That's Garrus's
Yeah.
page, not Kaz's page. There we go. Where is it?
The
Where is it?
the Arcanop. I don't know how to say it, but you get what I mean, though. That
I
one
do.
tool.
It is the Arcanophage tools.
Okay.
So you will click those.
Oh, I can click on it. Okay.
You should be able to. Oh no, I never set it up as balls.
No.
That's me being stupid. I apologize. In this case, because I'll need to get those tools ready.
Yeah.
Just roll thieves tools, and in this case, you're going to be rolling with dexterity.
So thieves tool's just a normal.
Yep.
Okay. It's an under inventory.
So your thieves tools are under inventory as under tools.
And it's the normal roll?
Yes, effectively.
Okay.
I'm providing guidance at a D4.
Oh, okay. D4. 1D4. That's 21 then?
That would be a 21. You will, using the Arcanophage's tools, drill a small post into the actual rune itself, and then using the small plate and lever that's provided in the actual kit, use a hammer effectively to drive the post through into the rune, effectively cracking it solid, rendering it useless. You pop open the door. Alarm does not go off. There you are. So, you are now staring at what looks to be a small study, perhaps. There are some there is a bookshelf that looks to have some very old books currently inside of it. There is a desk, a very large, wide one that looks to be a mixture of tinkering table as well as general scribing area where one can write down notes, journals, what have you. You can see that on this desk there's a variety of various things. There's what looks to be a very nice, ornate fountain pen currently present there. Several very old pieces of vellum or some other high-grade paper. You're not too sure how well it will last if you try to use it, but it's there. Additionally, there is what looks to be an odd cylindrical object placed on the center of the desk, where the fountain pen is standing in front of it, as well as a few blank sheets of paper. Inside of this cylinder, it looks to be made of metal, as well as some other odd material of a sort. You don't see any locks or latches on the exterior of it, but inside, there's what looks like a dagger, made entirely of bone, save for the hilt and the bottom, which has a nice metal pattern to it. The actual blade is shaped very much like a dagger would be, with a sharpened, very neat, fine point. But the handle has an uncomfortable, organic twisting to it, like muscle, sinew. Yes.
Buzzy.
I beg your pardon?
Buzzy. You're buzzy.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I got unplugged from the Matrix.
That better?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry about that.
What if the Matrix used dial-up?
Plug me in. It'll take 5 hours for me to get in there, but still.
How many 18 free-hour AOL discs do you have?
Oh no, that's funny
Also-
actually.
Also, fun fact, since I missed last session, I didn't get to add my new feat. Or my
Your
new,
feat?
my invocation.
Oh, okay.
Because I was supposed to pick a new one, and I didn't pick a new one. Yet. I was gonna do that last session.
Okay, you can do so now if you feel you have the time. Otherwise, we can wait. It's no big deal.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I think I know what it'll take, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. Aside from that, inside this room, there doesn't appear to be very much else that is largely of note. The strange thing that is currently sitting on the desk is the most notable. You can see that there are a few drawers present here on the desk, and what looks to be some kind of like a chaise lounge in the side of the room where one could stop and rest if you wish. Yes, Jill?
I want to touch stuff.
What are you looking to touch?
Well, I want to touch that bone knife.
So, you can certainly touch the container around it, but the bone knife itself is sealed nice and tightly inside. Inaccessible for you all, unfortunately.
Anyone got a rock?
Is it like encased in glass or what?
No, so it is a metal case on the corners for like bracing, but the actual windows to it look to be some other kind of translucent material. It doesn't feel like glass. It's oddly warm, if anything. Touching the cylinder, you can see that this is rather old. The object is probably about 100 years after the schism, so by your time, it's like 1800, something like that, roughly. So, old, certainly, but not ancient.
Does it count as a magic item?
The container? Yes, actually. The container is a magic item.
Okay, if you touch a magic item, you receive the same effect as if you cast Identify on it.
Fair enough. Good point.
Tell me your secrets.
It is effectively a well-designed safe or container. It is partially for display purposes, partially for security. The way that it holds this, it is just showing a projection of what it would look like if it was placed inside the container. It is actually a extra-dimensional space. So really, anything can be put in there, including things that are too big. It's better not to think of how you'd fit it in there, but it'll manage.
Anything?
Anything. Anything. Additionally, this container is only intended to be opened with a specific word or phrase. Other methods of opening it may work, but it also may destroy the object inside.
And probably alert security.
Well, in regards to alerting security, no signs of it having any alarm spells tied to it. Both on it just sitting there and in the item itself. So you could just take it. Sure, you can't open it, but you'll have it.
I mean, we could potentially look around the room to see if the phrase is evident somewhere, like in the drawers.
There's only so many words.
Just get a dictionary.
I
and
say
start,
'em
like...
all. Just read a dictionary to this thing.
I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while.
Sure.
I'm investigating.
Oh my god, shocking.
I know. The thing is, the reason why I don't do it very often is because, despite the fact that I have a plus 12, I don't think I've rolled above a 10 on the die investigating in a while.
That's because you're cursed and your family has angered a bog witch or something of the sort.
Excuse me, my family are the bog witches. Don't you ever insult my mother like that again.
So it's a family dispute.
My mother is the bog witch. How dare you?
Sorry, I got myself my own joke.
Oh!
That's rough, buddy.
Hey,
and
at least you no longer worry about that -1.
You don't have to worry about a -1 anymore. It's unbelievable. It really is. I was just getting ready to clip it and be like, oh wow, how isn't this funny? I'm gonna have to clip this again and show that I was right.
The luck is so...
I play an investigator class character. I still have a 13 on a nat 1.
Technically a 12 because of your nat 20.
The -1. Yeah. So.
I guess I'm just gonna go fuck myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Looking around this room, you're not too sure if there's anything largely of note here.
Connor, can I also roll investigation with my hat that has I can find hidden things in the room?
Yes, you may. You may do so.
Okay. I can't remember if this is it advantage with it, or is it just normal with the...
It is advantage.
Okay. Let's see.
Does you have a +1 going forward, Jess?
No, my highest is a 13 right
Okay.
now.
13 plus, I'm pretty sure
I think it's
0. So
yeah,
13
0.
total.
Yeah.
No signs of any hidden objects in this room that you can immediately see or immediately sticking out to you. There are numerous drawers here that may have some old documentation, maybe some evidence of maybe whose room this was, possibly, but nothing that looks immediately hidden. What I will note with an 13, is that there is a key on a chain here that you can't take. Might help for the future. Like on a key ring.
Oh. Like for the cages, sort of? Or
Maybe. You don't
something.
know. But it is a key.
We'll take it, I guess.
Alright. Please add one ancient unknown key to your inventory.
Ancient unknown key. Okay.
I think Ignatius is going to try to have a look through the notes.
Very well. Looking through the notes, you can see that a majority of it is written in what you would best know as Old Common. It's like reading Old English. It makes sense, but you kind of have to stop and understand what the thorns are supposed to mean and stuff like that, and then you can kind of comprehend it. These are all pages written by an unknown researcher, at least currently, as they are documenting the physiological changes of their creatures as they go through this process of death, fighting, rebirth. Sorry, fighting, death, rebirth, fighting, death, rebirth, fighting, death, rebirth. And it is all designed for the purposes of creating further steps in biology. Creatures that develop different abilities that might be useful, might turn out to be positive things to have for guard dogs.
Or it could even be harvested for magical components.
Exactly. This is ghoulish. There's no other word for it.
I believe the only way that shall end the suffering of any of the creatures in the cages back there or on the lower floors will be to completely destroy the processes of this place. Not an easy task, I presume.
Basically, we need to let them die once and for all.
Well, if we do anything about the ones here without destroying the processes, they'll simply be replaced by others or perhaps recaptured and subjected to similar procedures.
Peering through the drawers inside the desk, you guys will find further evidence of notes, files, and folders documenting the resulting changes in the bodies of several creatures. On the shelves of the bookshelf, that sounds a little bit repetitive. You'll see that there are numerous old books that cover biology and the information on creatures, encyclopedias, effectively, describing how they look, how they should behave, what their muscles and bones look like. It's quite a catch. It's quite remarkable, if it wasn't for how it's being used. Any of the other things that you guys would like to do inside this room?
I think that Fitz would be just kind of like running his hands across any books, because you said there was like books,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Running his hands across books and finding either the oldest or the most like of interest.
Or any magical
So they're
ones.
they're all interesting in their own way. There's no magical ones. I'll note that clearly. They're all interesting in their own way, though. They're significantly older versions of, documentation on creatures and encyclopedias. Some of these things may not have seen the light of day in hundreds of years. They may never have been remade. They may be first editions that will be the one and only that may be present. It is a catch. Really, if you could just shove all of it into a bag, that'd be great.
We could sell those books to the museum guy.
You could also
they're
do
all-
that. That is fair, actually.
Since they're ancient books from the old schism.
Or trade it with that guy in Thornmarch.
Or
Or
nerds.
books. There's a lot of books.
Keep them. All right,
Rot
just
just
keep
wants
them.
Just
Who wants them? Just dead name?
Oh,
My
I
book.
did. I'm sorry. Fitz. Shit.
Jeez.
If it's,
But
you
no.
can trade them for other books.
But these are first editions. And they're
Okay.
old.
Well, you can take them. We can just shove them in the bag of holding.
You sure?
Yes.
Get the first look at them, and if there's anything that you don't care about,
Okay.
well,
Isn't there a term? Like I heard somebody say a term like finders keepers. You found them.
I don't know if that necessarily. Thank you, Fizzy.
I made a little matcha.
I heard it somewhere. You found them. You keep them.
Fair enough.
Also,
Fitz
you don't
will
want those books to be rotting here if no one's gonna take it.
Yeah, just gonna borrow them. Fitz is not gonna throw them into the bag of holding. Fitz is going to very gingerly, like,
I mean,
Like,
out of
lower
character,
them
aren't there
in.
shelves in the bag of holding? If you just like stuck your head in there, you could place them on the shelves.
it's
Correct.
true. You could like spend some
And
time
remember,
to
your,
actually
your little bag of
sort
holding
them.
does have a little like placement area for things to go.
We have to
In that
remember our
case-
bag of holding is fucked up.
Fitz will hop in, hold his breath, put them delicately on a shelf, and then
And then come back out. Yes, in that case, Jill, add we'll just have this as a generic item, collection of ancient biology and encyclopedias. Biology books and encyclopedias.
collection of age.
Ancient biology books and encyclopedias.
It's like taking Fitz to Barnes and Nobles.
Basically,
Just-
yes.
I can only imagine like the kind of stuff in there because there is so much old biology that is predicated upon racist
Completely-
beliefs.
Probably
Yeah,
super
racist or
inaccurate.
completely incorrect belief.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fitz is gonna find at least one that's gonna talk about like yellow and black bile, and you're gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, and not to mention, I have some textbooks from like early 1900s in real life. Every single example in them, pure males.
Yeah,
No
it's
females.
always male.
And examples in those old books. Those were the times.
So, you guys may add this into your inventory. Aside from that, there is not very much else that is immediately standing out to you all. And unfortunately, it looked like that hall went only to here.
Yeah.
Blood's
internet.
monsters.
Yeah, I guess we gotta go the other way.
I would like perception checks, if you'd all be so
Okay.
kind.
Thank you.
Perception.
Give me a second.
Attributes.
Give me a second. I'm trying to place this candle wick down.
That is fine. Jess has priorities. Right now, it's the candle.
Wisdom.
Look at how cute this little
No,
candle's
I
gonna
know
be.
that. I'm not meaning to be mean. I'm gently giving you shit.
Okay. I was like, it's gonna be
No true judgment here. It's just funny.
what you just said, Jess, your voice went so high, I heard.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it
all
that
I heard.
when you guys raise your voice your octaves that high, the mics cut it out. Discord is like, nah, there's nothing real
Shut
here.
the hell up.
Must remind you of your scream from that one horror game. That
Hey,
is
hey,
so
Get
Jill.
some high
high
notes
we
when I need to.
can't
So
even
these
get
these
it
are
to play.
these are
Perception.
perception checks, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Jill. Check your texts.
Hi, okay.
I need someone who can see this.
Oops.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hello, Granny.
Hi.
God.
Also,
Out.
Cody, scroll down on the chat just a little bit.
It's just the chat isn't loading except when I have the page up, so
Ah, that makes sense.
I'm waiting
Yes.
for the rolls, and then if I have to do it
Yes.
again, I'm going to have them not be
No.
full screen and adjust the cams and stuff for that.
That's fair.
Jess.
I got via like just like in Critical Role. Jess had sent me a picture of what she rolled.
Is it in that
So
one?
that
That funny.
All right, you're back to -1s, bud.
Stop swinging every which way.
Natty 20.
Fucking
snap.
pendulum.
You're like pendulum swinging real hard, bro.
But that is a nat 20 plus my perception, which is a 10 for a 30.
Okay. Well, that makes this easier. All of you are trying to keep an ear out as best you can, and past the cacophony of the other room, it's hard to pick out real detail, save for a few people. Kaz and Fizzy, you guys will be aware that there is something going on in that other room right now. You know that for a fact. Darius, on the other hand, you are able to pick out the distinct sounds of small pieces of metal hitting the stone floor and a larger piece of metal then also hitting the stone floor, which means something just broke out of the cage.
We're trapped in
Is it
here,
doing-
guys.
Just fine. Coming out of my cage and I'm just fine.
You guys, maintaining your previously rolled stealth, will note, where the fuck is we're missing someone. Where is...
Are they under a
Ignatius?
token?
Darius? Who's covering... Yep, Ignatius was covering Fizzy.
I
like,
didn't
we're
move
missing
my
a drow.
token.
Vicious.
I didn't move my token at all.
That was me. So, you guys, maintaining your stealth, will make your way back towards the room, and you will see that coming out of the stacked cage right up here, there's what looks to be a large black bear-like creature with large meaty hands and feet like a gorilla, an ape. It is effectively large meaty claws. It is effectively like this bear gorilla hybrid-like creature, and it has just this massive oversized lower jaw. And it is out of its cage and now appears to be sniffing around this room,
Just fine.
doing just fine.
Just
Oh, that thing is kind of horrifying.
Started out with the kids, how did it end up like this?
Hey guys, I have some really bad news because I know for a fact some of us rolled lower than a 21.
Barilla.
Think,
Gorilla.
I think
I'm happy you guys like the name I gave it.
I think only Kaz, of course, Fizzy and
Dude, Kaz is
Ignatius
fine.
rolled
21.
above.
Kaz is a
That.
stealth god.
Ignatius rolled a
Pretty well.
22.
You get 17. You're dope.
Fizzy was at 28. Kaz was a nat 20.
Two
Yup.
people got 20, right? Or is
There's
that-
there's that 20 by the way, just for photo proof.
Perfect. Hold on a second. There we go. So, you guys are at the right-hand side of the room, top right, and the barilla is now sniffing around trying to find you all. What do you want to do?
Would we be able to squeeze this way?
Maybe.
With the scorpion?
Yeah, with the scorpion. You got better ideas? If we fight this thing, we're only okay.
How do you expect the horse to get through there?
I mean, if it's a
Can't you
familiar, just-
unsummon?
Yeah. Just dismiss it for temporarily.
I can't unsummon, but I could leave loose in that previous room and then resummon. It will use the spell though, which I do not have prepared.
He's like a familiar, right? Can we
Find
use
Steed
his
works a
baby?
little bit differently.
If he dies, he just goes back, right?
What the fuck?
That is the case.
Granny, if we're gonna use a familiar as bait, let's use one we don't like.
But if we use Ruben, then he's gonna kill us in our sleep.
Ruben, what are you
don't like Ruben.
I was talking about this.
Oh right,
I don't
I
care,
forgot about that. He was
remember how
gone
that-
for a little bit. I forgot
How
about
that
him.
worked last time.
I love Ruben. I promise.
Connor,
cute, Ruben.
what is the light level in this room?
You guys have more than enough light to stay.
But
It is
is it
dim in areas, bright in others.
because I do have the daylight spell prepared, and that could be a momentary distraction.
You could certainly try.
Anything we do down here feels bad.
I know,
Everything
it's not
feels
really
bad.
It's not really these guys' fault, you know.
I don't want to hurt them. They're just scared.
I have placed Loose on the map, by the way.
I'm not gonna throw him, unfortunately.
He's got a
So I
little
want
like.
him.
Don't forget, Loose
don't
can
want him-
cast magic. He just doesn't do it when you guys want him to.
Yeah, exactly. Luce doesn't like me. We've discussed this.
No, I don't.
We used him for bait before, and I don't think he appreciated that.
He didn't
Nope.
like me before that.
Nope.
He has never liked me.
She's just a rube. I want her soul. That's all I want.
See?
My God.
Okay, but you can't have it quite yet.
Not yet.
And you certainly can't have it if she gets eaten by a bear gorilla.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Possibly
sure-
getting back to you on the deal, by the way.
You shut the fuck up. Now is not the time.
What do you mean?
Deal?
We'll talk about this later.
No. I know. I want to know what the deal was.
Luce, I'm gonna kick you
Gorilla.
into one of these cages. You leave a dead body. Whatever it is could eat you.
I could also wake them up. Make it even worse.
I'm scooting between the scorpion cage. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm just. You know what?
I
I'm
can't
my
deal
suggestions.
with
I
this.
gotta go.
I'm gonna do a little boot scoom boogie.
Okay,
Scoot boogie.
I don't believe I've had to use this in this campaign ever. Roll acrobatics for squeezing. It's tactically something that you can do with the acrobatics skill.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was
Okay.
that narrow.
God damn.
Okay,
It's not that narrow. You just have to roll higher than like a 10.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
What?
Did you roll
Hold
below
on, I'm
a
trying.
10?
No, I'm trying to think of a way that I can argue for advantage.
Well, you could fly over. That would solve it.
No, I will not leave everyone else to their fate unless I roll under a 10. In which case I will play. I can't think of a reason I should have advantage.
I figured.
Yeah, that'll do it. It's a 9. So
If you get stuck, I'll pull you out.
Fitz, you begin squeezing your way between the cage and the wall. And unfortunately, due to the large greatsword you carry on your back and the fauchard you carry with you, you do kind of get a little stuck. And you'll see the scorpion turns and starts looking at you. It starts moving a little closer towards you. And a little closer.
Sanctuary.
Granny can pull you loose if you wish, but at this point, the scorpion is aware of what you're trying to do.
push me
Push?
me through.
As I
me through.
push Fitz through, I'm also casting Sanctuary on him.
That is fair. I'm going to attack you with a scorpion now.
Okay.
You have to roll a wisdom save first.
Yep.
And by God, I hope he's extremely unwise.
It's a scorpion. What are
Yeah,
you expecting?
Can I also have like braced for this possibility, seeing the scorpion start moving, being like, okay, something might happen here, but we gotta get through this regardless.
Hey, that scorpion's gonna roll like a 15 on the die.
Jess.
I know what I said.
Jess.
Oh my God.
I think that you should maybe keep your maw shut.
Wait! Oh my God!
Hey, hi. I might not be on camera, but I did do the
Yes,
Wheeler
yes.
Woe thing.
Yeah?
I did roll Woe. So I would like to maybe counteract that giant scorpion's wisdom saving throw.
Okay, how much by?
5?
It will fail its save then.
And it cannot attack.
Fuck off. Thank you.
This turn.
You can manage to squeeze your way through, but as of now, everybody who also wants to squeeze through, you have a giant scorpion who is aware that you're there.
Hey.
Except for Kaz, who's stealth god. So
Can
I rolled a 28.
you're good too. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes,
Can
Jen.
I, like, poke at the scorpion with my fouchard from the back? So maybe it's like, hey, bitch, what are you doing?
Yes, you may start jabbing at the scorpion and getting it to turn around. While this is happening, what is the rest of the party doing?
Let's see.
Can I phantom grapnel on top of the cage, or will that stir my stealth a little bit?
No, you could probably. You have a 42 in stealth. You can do it. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna debate
You're
it.
okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're-
I like.
Natural 20. You made a 42. Now, yeah, you're good. You're good.
You
I
can,
like
you
the
can
phantom
walk
grapnel.
up.
Yeah.
You can walk up to the gorilla and be like, eat shit, motherfucker, and it'd be like,
You could stab the gorilla and it won't notice you for at least a second.
ah.
But yes, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, I'm gonna phantom grapnel on top of this scorpion cage. And in turn, I can offer to phantom grab y'all, so you guys don't have to squeeze through the hole.
Not me. I'll be okay.
You don't need to get me.
Okay.
All right. Granny, what are you doing?
I have a few options, I think, and I'm trying to think. Because I always forget, because I don't really intend on ever using it, but I do technically always have spiritual weapon prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a distraction.
Barilla is moving in.
I got spiritual weapon.
He is on the move.
All right. Are you gonna cast spiritual weapon on the barilla?
Basically, yeah, because it's within 60 feet. So
What is the weapon in question that you summon with spiritual weapon? Out of curiosity.
I have to.
A big honking shotgun.
Big
Or
honking
Yeah.
shotgun.
What is?
It's just
Okay.
a pistol you
hold on.
pistol whip
I'm-
things with.
Yes. Okay. So I think it would be sort of like a combination of the two gods she worships. So it would be a scimitar, like covered with like roses and rose vines,
Gotcha.
and she's
Okay.
going to summon it. It's got a 60-foot radius.
Right back.
So like
Okay.
here, so that the bear looks away from us.
All right. Give me a second while I get that in there.
And then I squeeze.
Okay. I want you to make an acrobatics check.
Actually, I'm an old woman. Can you grapple me? I changed my mind.
Oh my god, you should have said that earlier when I went down.
I was still thinking. I'm sorry. I'm taking notes.
I phantom grapnel.
Thank you.
The grandma.
God
That's
damn.
fine.
Help me, I'm old.
You made this decision while going down and come back.
Alrighty. You will summon the Phantom Grapnel, and bring Granny with you. And then Granny, you are going to summon your scimitar to attack the barilla. Here it is. Which will attempt to start distracting it by attacking it. So feel free to land an attack on the barilla.
Okay. Fuck, I don't know how to.
That will hit.
Sorry,
All right,
I hear a
8.
noise, and I have to do the noise.
So that echolalia, huh?
Yep, 8 points of damage. You will see that as you slash into the barrel with a spiritual weapon, some kind of an odd, pale greenish sticky fluid becomes to emit from its body, surrounding it on all sides. And you see that the ground near the barrel becomes sticky.
He's gorilla glue.
Oh, fuck! Even I didn't think of that!
You made a gorilla glue monster.
I made a gorilla glue monster without meaning to do it. Oh, no.
Oh no. Also, every time we say Bearilla,
Barilla?
I think of Bear Grilla.
Bear Grylls.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bear Grylls.
Same.
Gorilla glue.
Bear Grylls. Drink his own pee.
For no good reason.
For no reason.
Not
What a
really.
yucky man.
Hey,
Yeah, it's a weird dude.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome
Gorilla
back.
glue. That's what you missed.
okay.
Okay.
Don't think I
Thankfully.
am good to try an acrobatics check. I probably have better chances just trying to climb over it quickly.
Yeah, because you are in a big suit of armor, aren't you?
Mhm.
I mean, plate
You're a
doesn't
wide
give
man.
disadvantage on acrobatics, but I still have a -1 to that. How high is the top of the cage?
The largest cages are about 10 foot.
And that should be pretty easy. The standing high jump height is for the character is 7 feet, so
Yeah, it's not that bad. It is entirely doable. It is tall.
Fizzy said she can get by on her own, so Ignatius is going to ask Darius, do you have a plan for getting past yourself?
Oh yeah. I have Misty Step.
Very well then.
I was just letting everyone else do their thing, because I can get across probably the easiest.
All right, athletics check from you, Ignatius, to climb.
Let me pull up the sheet.
While Ignatius is rolling that, Fizzy, what are you doing?
Turning into a bat,
Oh, okay. Gonna turn to a little bat.
and I'm gonna fly over, and then I'm gonna remain a bat for a bit.
That's 21.
Does your wild tip allow flying you?
Yeah,
Oh
level 8.
no. Okay, I'm not gonna turn into a bat. I'm gonna turn into
Turn into a
little-
spider and crawl
Yeah.
across the walls.
At level 8,
Yeah,
you
I'll
have
try.
flying,
I'll spider.
so you should
Actually,
have
wait,
it.
no, I think it does.
Right?
Hold on.
We'll quickly check. It's
Yeah,
not
but
easy
level
to-
9, so you have flying. You have all the speeds.
Ah, so
You-
yes, I will
And
turn
you
into a bat.
previously turned into the giant
Mm-hmm.
eagle.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely fly. You're good to go, dude.
Turn into a bat.
Perfect.
I'm a bat now.
Fizzy turns herself into a bat. So I'm going to just quickly reduce your token to tiny.
Thank you.
It'll be funny.
I'm little.
Weirdo.
There we go.
So little.
You may now fly over with no issues. Ignatius, with a 21 in the athletics check, you will very swiftly climb up and over the cage, trying to avoid any further issues. Darius, Misty Step, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I got Misty Step. I already did the math. I can land right where Ignatius is without a problem.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
And
In the fort.
so
Of
if
course.
if there is room behind, like around the bear that isn't sticky, the horse will attempt to go past. It can use the full regular actions, including disengage. So,
Poor
Blind
Balloose
sight
is
right
gonna
now.
get killed by this bear.
I have blind sight currently,
Yes, you do have currently currently have blind sight.
but
Like-
I think I keep my Do I keep my mental? I don't remember how this works.
You
You-
wild shape, you keep your mental stats.
mhm.
You change your physical stats.
All right, cool. So
Let's
yeah.
see. If
Um, So, Balloose begins trying to make his way past the Barilla. Balloose rolled, I believe it was a 20 total.
Yes.
And the Barilla rolled, what did you
A
roll?
21.
21.
21. So,
But
you guys will watch.
disengage.
Yep. You guys will watch as the Barilla turns and begins to chase after Balloose.
I think Balloose can get to there because 60 feet of movement.
So here's my question for you, Cody. Are you intending to have Balloose run away and distract the Barilla, or follow you?
The intention is, because we know that the dogs there can paralyze by looking at it, and one
You're
of them
hoping
is
that-
a bit stealthier than the other.
You're hoping that it will paralyze the
Barilla will
Barilla.
get paralyzed.
Fair. Very fair. As the Barilla bears down on Balloose, you guys will see that the Barilla raises its arms up to land, to smash down on Balloose, and then stops moving.
Good doggy.
And then, as stealthily as possible, try to make the way around the other cages. I mean, it's not a hard floor. It might be a squishy floor with all the maggots, but...
It is a stone floor, actually. I did note that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of crap on it. No, probably less clop clop and more like squish squish.
Oh,
Splash, splash.
gross. Just roll one last stealth check for Balloose then. Let's see if he makes it out.
Flat dex. So 21.
Balloose will manage to sneak his way out without attracting too much attention. And the scimitar, it's only going to last for a minute for your spiritual weapon, so bear that in mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it out for its time period, just in case any other creatures break out while we're still moving. But it's definitely going to stay in this general area, I guess.
Okay. As you guys have moved your way to the other side, you hear that another cage will get knocked open. And from inside of it, there is this large hyena-like beast that begins crawling out. And you watch as it grabs hold of one of the metal bits, the bits of metal that made up its cage. Between its two hands, you watch as it crushes the metal down into a ball-shaped form, and then just reels back and pitches it square at the Barilla. And you watch as it knocks a hole square through its chest.
I think we should go. I think we should just...
Why'd you fight?
No,
Why'd you...
Would you all please make me one last stealth check? One of you doesn't have to do it because you're a bat. Because you're not walking.
You
you're
are.
Do you
fine.
mean? I thought bats had to be stealthy too.
Well, I mean, if you want to roll a check, go ahead. Make my
I'm
day.
good. Are you
but
telling me
still.
I don't have to? I'm not doing it.
How am I still above 10?
I don't know.
Alright, you guys ready for some real speed?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 7 or below.
Stop calling these.
17. Damn.
17. Thank Christ.
-1, so 19, 29.
You didn't need to roll for Balloose. He's already rolled the second time.
Alright. So 21 for both Ignatius and Balloose.
Oh, hey, look, a 7.
Plus 10.
Sorry, Granny.
Plus 10.
This is why I have spiritual weapon out.
So, you guys begin making your way out as fast as possible as you see that along these cages that you're making your way past towards the outside of the room, inside of this one here, there is what looks to be a large spider-like beast with a almost worm-like front end appendage that is coming out of where the head of a spider would be. And as you begin slipping past it, you see that this cage breaks open and it begins scuttling its way further back towards where the Barilla and other creature are.
They probably have not eaten in quite a long time.
And then you all begin to abscond further into the cages, making your way past more and more beasts that are shrieking and screaming and howling and barking inside of their cages of all sorts of appearances, some with tentacles and claws, teeth, eyes that burn with an unholy light. But eventually you find your way towards a staircase that leads up further.
I was thinking, I can't wait for it to have actually been in the
Could you-
previous room, but we just didn't see the exit because
No.
of how poorly we rolled the investigation.
No, I'm not that mean. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Could you imagine?
If I was that big of a dick. Further and further through this area, you keep heading until eventually, Ignatius, your locate object will direct you towards the teleportation circle,
Right.
which you guys all will be able to find in a room locked away all on its own, long untouched, covered in dust. There is what looks to be a fully intact teleportation circle.
Alright.
Do you all wish to step on top of it? Or no?
Is there a console or anything in this room like some of the other ones?
There was not.
Alright.
Big steppy.
Alrighty. You all step forward onto the teleportation circle, and with a burst of energy, you will see that you are no longer inside of that single room. Instead, you're inside of what would best resemble an upside-down tower, if you were to describe it. It descends further and further down from where you stand, with other paths around you circling this area as it cascades and twists down further and further. This large cylinder full of teleportation circles, some broken and not glowing, others still alive, pulsing with light. At the very bottom of this room, you see that there are several halls that stretch away, possibly to your friend He, that you were trying to help. And each one of these paths may possibly lead you to another location that may assist you somewhere along your journey. But we're going to take a quick break, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back.
Alright. See you soon.
We are back. So, we got some music. You all have found yourselves in what you can only assume to be the Warp Crux, an inverted tower with numerous paths for teleportation lining the interior itself. At the very bottom of this place, you can see that there are some halls that stretch outward. Maybe you can manage to find the repair bay where He is. Or you could just start exploring. What would you guys like to find? Or do? Well, hey.
While we were on break, I took my invocation.
Oh, good. What'd you get?
I took psychography of the Runekeeper. No. Yes. No. Yes. Which is the... I can write in any language.
You
It
can
has a
write in
written
any
form.
language.
Yeah. And I can also have like a ghost writing thing happening, so I can write, and then on a surface within like 15 feet of me, I can also be writing something else.
Oh my gosh, so
So I
you can be
think-
Shakespeare?
Yeah. So Fitz is gonna be sitting down and sort of just like writing down all of the like the circles on the whatever floor we're on,
Mhm.
and just sort of putting blank places. blank spaces next to them so that eventually, if we ever travel to them,
You can find out where they go and what they do.
yeah, I can keep a table of where things are and all that.
Cool. Well, at the very least, the one that you're currently standing at, you label as the Fulminant Spire. And you now know where that goes. As for where exactly on the world you are, well, that part you don't know. But you know you're at the Warp Crux, wherever that may be.
Checks. At the very least, Fitz knows which way is north because of Geemine.
This is true.
I forgot.
And
Fitz is like a pigeon and always knows where magnetic north is.
yeah, and if there was different, like, times when the sun rose and set, like a real world across there, you would be able to know your essential
What time zone are we in?
geographical
No.
position because you know the number
No.
of hours left before sunrise or sunset.
I will never answer that question.
Coward.
I will never
Damn
answer
time
time
zone.
zones, period. So, I would like perception checks from everybody, please.
Perception.
Yep. Also, Becca, is Bean near you?
Didn't her tail just go across to your camera?
Yeah, I talked, and then I let her go because she doesn't like being trapped inside the cubicle.
If she is, she's out of sight.
Out of mind.
She might be like
I don't
around
know.
the corner.
Perception?
Are you making the horse also roll perception?
You said everyone.
Okay.
Can
Mine is based on hearing because I'm still a bat.
This is true.
So
Don't-
I think mine's at advantage.
Yeah, I think you have echolocation.
I believe I do. Hold on. So let me have to roll again.
Did anyone else ever play that child computer game about echolocation and bats, and they sang a song?
No.
No, the only childhood games I did was like the only ones I did was Pajama Sam and Freddy, the little putt putt. That was
Freddy
it. Putt
Fish.
putt goes to the moon.
I did
And
the-
Freddy Fish.
You did.
I did the like 4th grade math like series things where you go
Oh,
to
thank
like
God.
a castle. There's a bunch of
These are like-
related
Oh,
puzzles.
go ahead.
I played Age of Empires.
I did
My
those
brother
3
played Age of
games.
Empires.
The one Jill mentioned, and then I also did one about fighting asthma allergens in your home.
They're on floppy disks.
There was
So-
also an animal game about symbiotic relationships. I played that one too.
So, as you guys begin to look out amongst all of these areas, you can see that a majority of these paths are unlabeled. There is no listing for which one goes where and what does what. So, it is very much a guessing game as to where you need to go. But, distantly, further down the actual spire itself, you can tell that there are some distant noises of machinery that is still active and still running here. It seems like if there's anything to be seen, it's down there.
I have rolled a 25, so I can hear them
Um,
very well.
I have a 21, so I can take up the back if we want.
Little bat just flying towards the sound.
A little albino bat begins flying ahead of you all, down further and further into the actual spire itself. Kaz, I'll say right now, your kleptomania is not yet acting up as there's nothing fun to steal. Don't worry though, I'll keep it in mind.
Oh, I didn't think that was a reminder till now.
We
Okay.
So, you guys begin heading down the spire, passing pad after pad, some cracked and splintered, some dull, no longer glowing, and some still brightly shining, showing that they are still active. As you do so, eventually you make your way to the very bottom of the spire, where you can see a few halls lead outwards. Fizzy, the bat, has begun flying down one of the halls where they can hear the noise the sharpest, and they can hear the sound of machinery still rattling away, working endlessly. Fizzy, You find yourself inside of a cylindrical room with a large machine that's taking up the very ceiling of the top of the room, and then some kind of a shaft that comes down onto what looks almost like some kind of a engine, maybe. It seems to be spinning near endlessly and doesn't seem to be stopping, nor does it seem to have been bothered by the passage of time. But this room is a dead end, mostly. There are still a few switches and levers one could pull if one wished, but that's all that's here in this room.
I mean, I'm still a bat, so I don't know what to.
This is fair. Do you guys have anything you want to do down here in this area? Okay. Perusing around this area, going from hall to hall, room to room, you'll see that this area looks to be largely empty, but there are what are almost like dorms set up. Spots for people to rest and sleep when it comes to traveling from area to area if necessary. Majority of these rooms are empty, save for a handful where you can see that maybe someone left some clothes behind. Nothing particularly remarkable, though. Eventually, you'll find yourselves to a room that has these odd slanted beds, heavily made of metal, and they have what looks to be these large rods that have small choruses going around them. Majority of them are empty, save for one, which has nothing but a mechanical head housed inside of it.
This head doesn't look like Walt Disney, does it?
Oh my god.
No, it does not look like Walt Disney's frozen head. No, it is. It is mostly.
We did that
It's
in one
prob-
game we were
Yeah,
in.
I already did that in one game.
That's true. This is
No.
probably he then, yeah?
It is a strictly mechanical head. You see that it is very bare bones in construction. It doesn't have a jaw that works. It has a single glass sphere where its eyes would be. And its head itself is a very skeletal in form. There's something that would resemble a cranium in most creatures, but the front, where the mouth would be, is effectively a plate. And there is remains of a neck where it looks like something has ripped it away.
Out of character, because Ignatius has not seen the head that came out of the sphere. Is it like the head that came out of the sphere?
Remind me?
One of the things of opening up the Etetremini sphere produced this mechanical head thing.
Vaguely similar.
So similar design, but
Yes.
with distinctions.
As you guys are walking through this room, you will hear.
I'm noticing something. My senses are picking up life. Is there somebody here?
He?
Yes, that is what you've taken to calling me.
Well, it seems
hey,
to
we
have
found
found
our
your
AI.
place.
I do not make artwork.
Either does AI. They just steal.
But he does write emails.
Not well.
AI doesn't just do that.
I know.
If you all will be so kind to please come to the pod where I am currently housed, I would appreciate it.
There, you guys see, he's just a head. There's nothing really
He's
working
just
on
dead.
him. Just a head.
Anything else up here?
Sorry. It's okay. You will see that the light at the center of his head, where an eye would be, glows and flickers with every time he speaks. Every syllable, it blinks, flickering.
You don't need to worry about injuring me if you're moving from this pod. My energy will remain for quite some time, so you can take me from here. I would very much prefer it if you did. Actually, I'm rather tired of being here.
Very well.
I would offer to shake all of your hands and thank you. Unfortunately, I'm lacking in that department. I am H.E. You may call me he.
High efficiency.
What are your names, all of you? I don't believe I've gotten to meet any of you.
The people who know him first introduce themselves.
That I can't say nothing.
Well, the little bat is Fizzy. She's usually a person.
A druid, I assume?
Yes.
Always fascinating. Never been my master's form of Never been his form of study. Still, fascinating the subject go. You are, ma'am?
Well, you can just call me Granny. Everyone does.
You go
Because
by
that's
a
how you
nickname-
introduce yourself.
You go by a nickname denoting your age.
Yes.
Interesting.
She's
Very well.
not even that old.
All right.
She is elderly by human standards. That
Thank
I
you.
can see has not changed much from my time.
I would imagine that.
No. Human lifespans have not adjusted very much, at least from what I can tell. Elves?
It's
Hello. Very nice to meet you. I can see... Apologies. No, I did not wish to sound rude. The work that you've had done, it looks very nice. It was well done.
Thank you. You're but appreciative.
Most surgical work that was performed when I was alive was a touch trickier. It was well done, though.
You think that means they just hacked off the titties back then?
Yes, unfortunately, that was largely what was done.
Get an axe and you just go. All right, stay still.
Say so still. You move.
Did that get you? Did it really get you?
So still.
If they wanted to be really sure, they would grab a hacksaw and just begin going at it.
You don't understand.
Boy.
You know, have you ever seen someone, or have you ever gotten a mammogram, and they essentially make you pull
No.
up your chest
put you
and
in
sit
the
it in a machine?
Machine.
I'm imagining they have that for the squish, and then they just
Say so still.
It's like a guillotine paper cutter. Jesus Christ.
So dangerous.
Your top surgery just dropped.
And the greatest advancement, antiseptic to the blade beforehand.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Miss Drow,
I
you
think
resemble...
Jess
I
is
assume
recovering.
I can only assume you are a Drow. You resemble the Master.
So he's like
Master.
always a drow?
He was a Drow. He
So he would. Okay, so
did not
wouldn't have-
resemble a Drow when I last saw him, but that's what he was once upon a time.
I think he's a drow now. So
he's a drow right now. Sorry,
Interesting.
I got choked. Yeah, I'm a drow. Darius, I was the one you originally spoke to, like, first.
Very
That
nice
you
to meet
called our language dog mutt language, and I got
Yes.
offended.
Well, common was a pig tongue when I was around. My apologies for offending. I didn't intend to. Things change over the years. Ganassi, correct?
Yeah.
You are a very remarkable specimen. Not many lighting Ganassi are around. got
Okay,
to
I
see
don't
it.
feel comfortable hearing that, honestly.
That's the
I
thing.
mean nothing lewd by this. It's true. Lightning Ganassi are a rare sort. And you can very clearly have quite a bit of elemental power still present, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know. I really don't.
I can attempt to explain how it works to you if you wish, but I'm confident you still have some. My magic detection equipment tells me so.
Okay. Sure.
Man? Human?
Ignatius Tamarel.
Ah. Well, nice to meet you.
Yes, I do not believe we've had an opportunity to speak prior to this.
No, I could say confidently we have not. Still, nice to meet you. So, could you all please remove me from this pod? I would very much prefer to not be here anymore.
Certainly. If it's just a matter of like reaching in, Ignatius will do it.
Just a matter of reaching in and disconnecting him. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for your assistance. My body can wait if you wish. I can only assume that there were other things that brought you down here, or other more pressing matters.
Well,
Information you need? Places to go? What have you?
we're seeking, among other things, a location of the Etetremini warp gate.
Yes.
It is
The Grand Gate. I know what you're talking about.
It is to safeguard its use from those who would only bring destruction upon this world.
Yes. Have you all a map I may look at?
I think we have a paper
Yeah,
map.
absolutely.
You will have to forgive me, I don't have fingers to point with. The location that you see marked as Cesegio, correct? I can see you place some of my master's further icons and markers. Do you see the green one to the south?
This.
That right there, that would be where the catalyzing pools were. That is the portal you're looking for. It was a dual facility. It had another linked to it.
Out of character, that part I did not see it because it was under that white stair step diagonal thing across the screen. You can see it now.
So, unfortunately, that is going to be tricky to get to, especially if the portal leading to it is damaged. But, fortunately, it is difficult to get to, so if anybody else needs to get to it, it'll take some time.
In that case, I believe the highest priority would be getting you your body, as you know how to operate the equipment here as well as maintain any that is on the precipice of becoming lost.
Yes. I suppose I do. Very well. I can lead you there. Please, follow my instructions. I will attempt to lead you to the correct teleportation pad.
Certainly.
And he will begin to try and direct you in the general direction of the pad that you need to get to. Eventually leading you upwards towards one that you can say is probably still working. It flickers slightly, and blinks occasionally, but He will stop you all, and you'll point. Well, he will not point to it. He'll tell you, "This is the one."
Shall we all proceed?
I would imagine so.
It's make sure to write down the rooms for this circle as well, just so that we can come back.
just so you don't be lost to the void forever.
I don't want to disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we don't know which of the portals would be easy to leave from. Because on the ones that are known, one of them has illithids right outside the room, and has been also covered back up, and another one has all those creations outside of it.
Yeah.
Making your way onto the pad, you are warped, and you feel reality shift around you as you then find yourself standing upon another pad inside of another chamber. There's one with a single hall leading directly in front of you, where it then opens up slightly. Inside of this room, you can see many discarded bodies. All robotic, all constructs. They appear to have been damaged in combat of some sort. Signs of fire, electrical energies, cold, have damaged these forms well beyond repair. Some of them are severed from their bodies. Others have been crushed unceremoniously. There is what looks to be some kind of a placard that was here on a distant door leading into another room, but half of the placard is crushed and ruined, and then it just reads, "I see womb." That's all it says.
Robotic room?
These would most likely be some of my siblings. You can call them siblings? I don't know what they are.
I suppose it is a matter of perspective.
Yes. At this point, it matters very little. Their bodies are ruined. Their minds are gone. They are deceased. Or at least the closest thing to it. Please, through the room. There should be a body there that you can place me into.
We'll proceed.
Inside, you see that there is what looks to be a very large, tall room, about 30 feet tall as the ceiling goes, and then sprawling outward even further. It is almost like a half-circular chamber. But at the very back wall of it, there's what looks to be a large body, standing about 15 feet tall, with an odd, very spindly robotic hand and an arm that is basically ending in a stump with large masses of crystals on it.
My head won't fit on there the same way. Not perfectly, but you can put me there and I will be able to make adjustments. It should do just fine.
Right. Do I simply place the head atop?
Yes, you will not need to perform any further work. I'll be able to handle this myself.
Is there anything like a ladder or platform around there to walk up, or do I have to climb?
There is a set of platforms that you could make your way up.
Alright. A bit more dignified than scaling up the body and plopping the head there while sitting on the shoulder.
You gotta koala him. Just
Or just throw it. Just
and pray.
I mean, if anyone in here can dunk. Actually, let me
scaling
think
your
about
way
that.
Scaling your way to the top of the mechanical body, you place he where the head would be. And you will watch as the body and his head begin to kind of move themselves slightly into position. Small limbs, like little spider arms, begin squirming their way into a proper position and pulling the head along to it. And then you watch as several cables begin to connect themselves to the head. As this happens, you will see that in a console in the corner of the room, there's a brief flash of light and an explosion as something suddenly comes to life and then unceremoniously pops. And then, coming from the cables that lead to this massive form, you watch as electricity and energy jumps and arcs towards it. And this monstrous form begins to twitch and shudder. And all you guys will remember is the taste of copper on your tongues. And then all of you will fall unconscious.
Cool. Oh my god, we died.
Hey, do you
I'm
think
an
we
old
probably
lady.
should have
Does my
done?
heart can my heart take this? This is a genuine concern.
Grandma had a heart attack.
No,
Wait, what just happened? I don't.
I think we got electrocuted.
I think we got
How would that work
electrocuted.
for me?
You did not get electrocuted, but you did fall unconscious.
you know,
Don't worry.
weird, silly thought. I just did the math. Technically, Ignatius did have the vertical leap height to dunk the head onto there.
10-foot vertical leap.
Please don't dunk this poor man.
7-foot leap plus height of just under 6 feet plus half height for arm length. So he has a 16-foot reach for
Oh.
jump.
Dunked on he.
The one time when getting dunked on is good.
Yeah. Are we dead? Did we die?
Yeah,
Is
we
this
did.
TPK? Hey, did we die?
You did not die. I'm not that mean.
I got my new character ready.
No, stop it.
I do have a barbarian ready to go.
All of you stop
I
it.
got a
Saying.
fighter.
You guys are such drama queens.
Drats, I guess we really have to update the slides.
Ah.
And
No.
loving husband.
Did.
You guys have fallen unconscious, and you do not know how long it's been just yet. But you do hear a voice that calls out to you.
All of you, wake up. Come on now.
Punk shoe, punk shoe, me, 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 me. Punk shoe.
You guys will literally open your eyes, and you will see that the monstrous form is standing now, and a larger version of his head has been constructed in its place. You see from one arm, the one with the spider-like fingers, small little robots are beginning to crawl their way out of it and are using loose bits of machinery and are creating something nearby. And he will look down at you all and go,
Thank you. I feel I should have provided more information, but you would have been a bit more apprehensive if I did. Thank you.
Also, Fizzy is now in regular form because once, I get knocked out. I don't know. Well, would she be?
Yeah, you're incapacitated.
You would be.
Yeah.
when you go unconscious, you lose the form.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, she's...
And I suppose this furthers the point of the necessity for maintaining this equipment.
Yes, one could say that.
So what happened?
Yeah.
You want to tell us?
You have helped me ascend.
Huh?
Oh.
Pardon?
What does that mean?
This was the apotheotic womb. My master wanted to use it to try and find ways of bringing the deities closer to us. It was a mad experiment for a mortal. Worked for me, though.
So wait.
Did we accidentally make a god?
I think we accidentally made a god, and I don't like that.
It can't be worse than many of the ones that exist. the new ones, or even some of the old ones.
Yes. Wait. Anyways, I do apologize for deceiving you all. Truly, I do.
Okay, are you like evil? I gotta know.
If I was evil, asking me that question would be a great way to die, wouldn't it?
Well, that's step one.
Died before.
There's like
I-
a lot of evil people that as soon as you ask them a
Look,
question, they like to spill
why-
their entire beans about what they're doing.
Why would
No.
you want to ascend?
Because I want to give... I wish to provide further opportunity to those who are in my position beyond what
Oh my god.
my
We're
master
gonna create a
gave me.
robot uprising.
No. I am not going to create an uprising.
You want
wish
other
to give
robots
them-
to ascend.
No. I want to give them life. Me and
Oh
my
my
siblings were
god.
servants.
Connor! You made the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's!
Ew.
Well,
Whoops.
I
Give
suppose.
gifts, give life.
Give gifts, give life. Okay, now I see what reference you made.
I suppose you are entitled to those feelings, and it does not conflict with desire to keep the cult from accessing the gate.
I will keep my promise. I will help you get to where you need to go. Bear in mind it will take more time than one might wish. Well, for reasons other than one, what you all may wish to hear. I believe they may have already gotten to that gate. So it is not as simple as me simply sending you there, or opening a portal. I'm sorry.
I don't like being deceived in this way.
This is understandable. It's fair. Justified as well.
What does this mean? What does ascending give you? And how?
I believe how is an easier question to answer than...
I need both answered.
I will answer the second first. Deities do not always succeed into coming to existence. Sometimes they perish before they're fully formed. It is possible to find these bits and pieces. Etetremini collected those bits and pieces and repurposed them to make a form. I could harness it. Absorb it. That is what I've done. As for what I'm going to do, I'm going to become a better creator than mine ever was. I will give people like me, I will make people like me, and I will give them the opportunity to live. I will be their God. Not yours. No offense intended.
Yes, Jess, I saw you raise your hand.
This was Deo's raising her hand at him.
Yes, Miss Drow.
Are you gonna kill Etetremini if you find him?
I do not care for my master's fate.
Okay, cool. That's all I
The
needed
best-
to know.
The best thing I could do would be a better creator than he ever was. Additionally, he is already deceased.
No, he's not.
Very well.
Just wanted to warn you in case he popped up out of nowhere. It didn't spook you. No, he's not dead.
I can answer questions for you all if you wish. I can attempt to provide you all assistance. Or if you wish, I can simply provide you a favor. Each one of you.
You said that group had already encountered the gate. Do they also possess the tools required to operate it?
No, they don't. They don't know how to use it, naturally. They are chimpanzees throwing shit at a wall. They don't understand how it works, and they don't truly seek to understand how it works, not in the right way. But eventually they'll likely figure it out.
These idiots are wont to do.
I can begin making preparations to making a back door entry to that area, but you will have to provide me some time. It will take a handful of weeks, most likely. Until then, is there anything you all wish of me? You helped me. You released me from my prison. You gave me an opportunity to do something I've wished to do for a very long time. I can assist all of you. Just tell me what you want.
I don't know what a robot could possibly give me.
I am more than a robot. I'm a god, currently.
I got my gods.
He also said he wasn't gonna be human god, so like he's a god exclusively for robots.
Yeah,
I'm repaying a favor. I am not taking a new
that is not what I meant.
individual.
I meant I have my own. I don't need anything from you.
Very well.
I suppose for me, it is simply stopping the cult, as was previously brought up. That and attempting to make sure that you and whatever followers, whatever form they might take, do not attempt to harm the people that I hold dear.
I can't make a promise on the last one, you do understand.
Yes.
I intend for them to be mortal, truly mortal. I want them to have the chance to choose, even if that means choosing poorly.
Certainly.
Even if it means becoming like Etetremini.
And if
I
they
want to give them
choose,
the chance.
if they choose poorly, I will have to do my best to stop those who take that path.
Pale elf? I don't recognize. You are a drow. Interesting. I haven't seen a drow like you.
That. Likes to tell me that. But
Yes,
where
but-
I'm from, I'm normal.
No. I'm confident you are.
You know.
But I haven't seen a drow like you. That is notable. I was familiar with most people's. At least
Repeat that, please. Sorry, my earpiece fell out, so I didn't hear it.
I was familiar with most peoples in this land, Eches, as you know it. And I've never seen a drow like you.
Well, do you know how biology works, I assume?
I'm quite familiar, yes.
When somebody has to adapt in order to meet the circumstances of their place.
Yes.
That's what happened with her drow.
Did one of you mention the strange growth in the forest? Or is that something...
That's her.
Okay.
I'm from way out. She's the one from around here.
Fascinating. Well, Miss Drow, in that case, Fizzy, can I assist you? in some way.
Can figure out what the heck is going on. I don't know. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
What is going on currently, or
What
back in your
has
home?
what that is? What is happening in where my home is? That?
That is a tricky thing to answer.
Gonna be really honest with you. Like, no offense or anything. I'm not built to trust. And she just kind of gestures at him.
Trust should not be given freely. It is wise to not do so.
I don't. We put you in a thing, and then you didn't tell us you already started out this whole thing by lying, or like not telling us the full thing. So not inclined to like that in general.
No,
So
this is fair. Allow me to attempt to educate you on the matter in your home, then. At least to provide a potential explanation. Would that help?
She just kind of like cocks an eyebrow. She's just like very skeptical. Gives him a very skeptical look.
Your skepticism is understandable. Do you understand the deities and how they work?
Oh.
Very well. Then I will provide a loose explanation. There is a true deity, which is an actual species, we will call it. And then there is a pseudo-deity. Pseudo-deity can exist just because of power. Magic, strength, something of the sort. By simply being strong enough, they are something like a god. Not truly, but it's close enough. I believe that this growth that has begun to progress further in central Ekcase is something approaching a pseudo-deific status.
God did that?
It is attempting to make itself God.
Cool, that sounds awesome.
I realize you're being sarcastic, but I do need to point out the danger in this one. See, it is attempting to do so by making more of itself, spreading itself ever further and further and further, until eventually it is so omnipresent that it may as well just be a god.
Awesome. But not really. This is the sarcasm.
Yes, it is.
It is the exact opposite of awesome. I don't know if you get that, what I'm saying. That it's actually truly terrible.
I may be a machine, but I am not an idiot. I do understand sarcasm.
Feel the need to point out that Fizzy didn't understand sarcasm less than a month ago.
Oh, she was being genuine when she said that.
No.
Yes.
No, I understand it now, and I like to use it. It's fun.
Making sure that you knew it was sarcastic, because she didn't at one point.
I do apologize. I taught her sarcasm.
No. It's an important skill to teach somebody. I apologize. My response is a touch biting. No, your sarcasm is completely justified, and your response to the situation is completely justified.
You're telling me. I don't know what other response I'm supposed to have other than that, because I've learned that sarcasm is a very justified response to some things, and being told that the only home you've ever known is being taken over by something that wants to be a god.
It's not a good situation.
No.
Yes,
I'm a
understand.
little bit angry about that. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
That's fair. I would say don't shoot the messenger, but
What else am I supposed to do?
kill it.
Not shoot the messenger.
Okay. Ow.
Well, there are a few methods I could think of. The
It involves
only...
burning down the entirety of my home. I'm not entertaining that.
To be honest with you, I don't believe that would be a good long-term solution. I think your best options most likely would lie in poison, or something akin to it.
That's something I'm familiar with.
I expect that. Many individuals are familiar with poison. No, you would need something that would be potent enough to keep spreading itself, propagating itself along similar mushroom-like growths endlessly, until eventually it had burned itself out. Only issue is you need to find the best spot to place it.
You need a biological weapon of a fungi, essentially.
God.
That's not too
I don't
different
care-
from some
Out of
poisons.
character,
from
what the
pests.
fuck? In character,
Hey, in fairness to me, out of character, how else would you deal with it?
oh,
I mean,
it's so fair.
it's like
I'm
how you
not-
deal
I'm
with
not- I'm
anthills. They bring back poison that proliferates through the
So
colony.
basically, what you're saying is, so like, I have to poison this thing that's trying to establish itself as a god on a
Yes.
very high level. So I have to have a lot of this poison, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Or make it be self-replicating. Like
So
something that changes the cells of it.
Dear, I
Okay.
do need to point out something else. Even in the best of circumstances, where this works, and you poison the beast from the inside, you will still have miles and miles of now dying, decomposing matter along this entire world. Not this world, this country. That will have consequences. For the people, certainly, and it may get rid of one threat, but will create another. I'm sorry, but there's no perfect solution I can see. Unless you could find something to wish it away. You would need to find an object, an item, something that would allow you to wish it to be not there.
Okay.
I am not immediately aware of anything of that quality. But something of that sort could help.
Okay. Okay, well,
I'm sorry that I'm giving you answers that are not pleasant, but they are the only answers I can provide you.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated. I'm gonna be honest here. If you want the truth.
Well, that
Like
is fair.
Something like that's gotta be super powerful.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Meaning, like, somebody probably either very bad is bad people are probably trying to find the same thing too. And I'm already
Yes.
dealing with enough bad people. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
The world is full of bad things. Tragically.
Like that. I want it to be filled with good things.
Then I believe, why not attempt to make that happen?
How?
simply try. Put yourself towards the effort of being the source of good in this world. It sounds very difficult, and it likely is, but you can still do it.
The camera were working. I'm gonna be really honest. Doing a lot of body acting. Oh god.
Sorry, buddy.
It's not my. I mean, it's what happens when you move. Things break.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Elf. Oh,
You're good.
apologies.
She's gonna just kind of sit on the floor. At this point, it's a lot.
Sir Elf. Anything I can provide you?
You know, I can't think of anything, I don't think. So?
Ignatius will lean down and whisper, "If you're truly disgusted with that facility we were just at, you could ask him to shut it down forever."
That is a good point. So, the area we just came from had masses of cages full of creatures that had been there for thousands of years. Living, dying, living, dying, living, dying. Any way to shut that down? Maybe get those guys a glimpse of sunlight before their last hurrah?
You mean the Fulminant Spire?
It was
Yes, I can do
sort
that.
of extremely horrible. Good. That's good.
Yes. It was horrible, you're correct. It was unchecked scientific progress with no thought of who was harmed in the process of making it. Yes, I can have that shut down. I can have it destroyed.
That's
Perhaps
all
I can
need.
find a better, happier use for it. I don't know. I will think on this. Perhaps I can give them a second life.
Much appreciated, I'm sure. Not just by myself, but by them as well.
Ganassi,
Uh,
may I assist you?
well, I guess you could give me a definitive answer in terms of what the elemental, gave me. I haven't gotten much of what it does, or if it's gonna kill me. Something to be concerned about?
It's... It effectively opened you up to where your energy comes from. This power that all Ganassi have is because they are effectively small conduits back to the plane that they captured their power from. Fire Ganassi have a small conduit of power to the fire plane. Air, you understand?
Right.
It basically just opened up that conduit. And over time, your body will adapt to it further. You'll become stronger, more in tune with it.
Okay, and there's not any consequences of that at all? That doesn't seem kinda natural. Or safe.
Safe? That it definitely is not. Natural? It's debatable. It happened naturally over years. The truth of the matter is that it will not harm you, so long as you don't try to delve too deep into that power.
Okay, I wouldn't.
If you attempt to delve too deep into it too quickly, you will most likely burn yourself out. Not metaphorically.
I wouldn't even know where to begin to do that, so I don't even know that is even a possibility.
Then be reassured. You
Okay.
have nothing to be concerned with.
I'm just glad it's not gonna kill me, is all.
No, it will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do also have one question. I don't think anyone has answered.
Hmm?
Do you know what Ruben is? Because he's just a little guy, but I don't even know what I'm collecting these coins for, and he's just unnaturally gaining things that I don't think he should.
May I see these coins?
Well, there's one on the statue for sure. I mean, I showed the statue to he.
He'll look at the statue and the 2 coins that it has in its hands. And then he will look over at Ruben. And the eye will kind of almost like lower a lid slightly. Like it's kind of trying to look at the monkey and understand what's happening here.
I believe I do know what this is.
Okay.
I believe the best thing would be for me to not tell you, though.
Huh? Why? Is that concerning?
No, it is not concerning. There are some things that people learn that change how they behave. And this will change how you behave.
Huh? I need you to dumb it down a bit because I don't think I understood what you just said.
If I told you the truth, it would change how you behave towards your friend, Ruben.
I don't know if it would. Probably like the worst person here. What made you think I could change my behavior towards him?
There's no easy way to say that. I am simply confident it would change you slightly.
Placed
That's
Pandora's
amazing.
box in front of Kaz.
Like what the
I
fuck?
know what's in here.
I don't.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I still don't get it. He's just a monkey. Yeah, a fiend, I suppose. But still.
Very well. The truth of the matter is that he is more than just a monkey.
Yeah, I
He is
know he's a
more-
fiend. Yeah.
No, he is more than just a fiend.
See
Okay.
multiple fiends rolled into one thing.
No.
Aw.
It's
Boss,
The more
As
of
a-
those coins that you find, the more you will unlock his true potential, his true power.
Is he evil?
There aren't many good fiends.
Ruben, are you evil?
He's like a little tricksy, but I don't know if he's evil. Okay, Ruben, now you're making me nervous.
Look, whatever it is,
Alright.
I'm pretty confident I will still love him no matter what.
Yeah.
And I already lost people I hold dearly, or people that I want to help, and I can't. I just want to know before I don't, you know?
Then my recommendation to you would be very well. Your monkey friend is a significantly greater fiend fragmented into a piece of his former self.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but does anybody know what?
Think about like the wool and a Zem. Ruben is the wool. And the more stronger he gets closer back to being a Zem.
He's absorbing Ardbut right now.
Yeah. Once he's done with Ardbut, he's gonna...
You gotta explain it the way you gotta explain it, man.
I don't know these references.
This is something
Charlie does. And that's
Connor is the only
important
one here who doesn't know, and he's the one who knows best about Ruben. So
Connor accidentally made like the fiend version of.
well, would he be the wool, or would he be technically the warrior of darkness?
Oh, he'd be.
It doesn't matter. It's a metaphor.
Okay.
We'll cross
so
that bridge when we get there.
He's a greater fiend, so what? It's like I said, it doesn't change the fact that he's not really harming me or anything.
Yes, currently. But the more power he is given, the more it is brought back to what it was, the less likely it is to be Ruben, your friend. The more likely it is to become what it was.
I don't know. Ruben's pretty strong-willed. I think he could take it.
Has this ever happened before, where a fiend was shattered like this?
No, not to my knowledge. Granted, I'm not a historian, nor was I ever particularly focused on fiends.
So then it's possible that by hanging out with us, and we're nice to him, mostly, and Kaias clearly loves him, it's possible that once all the pieces are back, he might no longer be the same fiend he once was. If even a fiend at all.
I hate to break this to y'all, but we do have a very simple way of knowing if this has happened before.
The book?
No, right? We can...
The book!
First of all,
Let me go!
Just answer the question, Cat.
Amy,
What's what?
I'll have to get back to you back to you on that. The boss knows.
I'm gonna
Why are we doing this?
yeah,
Oh
we're
my
like
God.
a really nice crew of people, so hopefully Ruben learns that from us.
Well, certainly can't worsen his disposition.
Do you want this?
I'm not particularly interested. It's also yours. I can't take it.
I don't want it.
Well, unfortunately, there are some things in life we don't want, but we wind up having anyways.
Hey, that wasn't a problem
But
for
yes.
Fitz.
They feel like fucking snow globe.
Gross cat spit is flying everywhere with every shake.
Oh my God.
Why can't you just answer a simple question?
Amy.
But yes, the more you restore him back to his normal form, if he does not have enough of a change, he may just return back to being what he was.
Oh, shit. Anyway.
Well, he knows how to read now. So that's an improvement. Taught him how to read.
You should teach him math next.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Are you trying to make
You don't
me
want to
evil?
teach the monkey math?
Look, numbers are complicated. That it might actually just make
Teach
him more evil.
economics. If you really want him to be an evil fiend later, teach him economics and put him through a business degree.
teach him creative writing next.
Can make him a
Write
lawyer.
story.
Then he would truly become evil.
Oh,
Oh.
some lawyers are really nice. It's the business
they though?
majors. You have to watch out for them.
Breaking the foot,
Oh.
looking directly at the camera.
Hold
It's
on,
a
I would like
fucking
to.
I'm
major.
talking to you in the real life. Don't
Tech
can
bros,
I-
really,
trust
actually.
business
I'll be really
majors.
honest with you. It's actually the tech
Can-
bros.
It's the
Actually,
business-
can I actually cut in here?
Yeah.
You're all wrong. It's specifically history majors that are obsessed with ancient Greece, but not for like fun reasons,
What about
but
Rome?
for like
I was gonna say Rome, actually.
Can I cut
Yeah.
in here? It's actually nursing majors.
it is nursing majors.
That's up there. That's the second
They
one you
were
gotta watch
all
out for.
mean. They were all
We-
mean in high school.
Listen to them talk about their high school and then
We at Dicefunctional place no shame upon any one individual for any choices
Yes,
they
we
make in their
do.
life.
except for
No,
business majors.
stop it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, I put it on all of them.
Moving aside.
I affect full whatever for being a math major and enjoying it.
Drow. Miss Drow,
Which one?
Darius, please drag
Oh,
us away from
okay.
this conversation. Is there anything I can do to assist you? Nothing
About
at all.
your vows.
My spouse is in the cart detoxing, who will have more information about where my child is. And once I know where my child is, I don't really need anything else.
It's something that
Party.
your spouse knows where your child is a really
They will know
big
more
assumption,
about being captured than I will.
if they remember.
And we already have a lead on what's going on with more changelings. And we have a way to view my child through the mirror.
Would you like me to provide something else then? Safety?
Safety?
To your wife and child?
I'll just send them to the Underdark.
Would you... Okay. Alright.
Guess I'll go fuck myself.
Guess I will go fuck myself then.
Must install the
Listen,
component
I'm
now.
just... Darius is just confused because, like, I'm a kind of simple woman. I don't need much. Fancy magic item? Can you do that?
In theory, yes, I can do that very easily.
Surprise me. Give me... just surprise me.
I'm gonna spin the thing on the gotcha machine, see what I get.
Hold on. I'll roll this 20-sided die I found.
This is lying around.
No, don't do that. You're gonna get a 1, dude.
Please no.
No! No, you didn't!
No, I
Guys,
got a
other than
10,
an
don't
old
worry.
person
Oh my
neighborhood,
god.
And there's like apartments across the street, and I'm pretty sure somebody's having a party because I every so often hear, yeah, like people like cheering. It's very funny and very weird. I don't know what's happening.
I can find something. Don't worry.
It's sorry, man. All my problems are things that I can solve.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh well. In that case, I will begin working on your solution, Mr. Ignatius. Now, I have other things I need to get working on as well. Would you like me to send you home, perhaps? Very well.
Perhaps.
We'll be in contact with you all. Someone will. Enjoy your lives. Goodbye.
And you guys will feel yourselves be pulled away from the apotheosis womb back to the cart.
He didn't ask if Balloose wanted anything.
Oh my god.
He as a horse.
I'm
Horse.
joking.
Some nice
What do you
tasty
desire?
oats.
I'm joking, but he does have a
Carrots.
6 intelligence and the ability to
Apple.
understand common.
Apple. Sugar
He
cube.
actually wants a
Never
fine celestial
ended.
filly.
Never-ending sugar.
You really
cube.
want apple? That's really all you want? No. What do you want? 2 apple.
You guys, as you guys are teleported back into the cart, you will see that rolling on the ground there is now a lovely golden-colored apple that appears to never fully be, never go away completely.
Dude, like, that's really good in Minecraft.
Is
Oh
it
my
an
God, you
enchanted
nerd.
apple or an arch apple?
You're both nerds.
What kind of apple? What are we
Wait,
talking
actually,
about?
no. This will grant us immortality because it was found on the tree outside of where Atlas is being.
You guys are all such dorks.
Where are the
thought you
other
were
pieces
going
of
to
Eden from
reference Norseman.
Assassin's Creed?
Fucking
Literally,
That is it.
dorks.
literally
Gotta-
the apples that they eat to fucking be immortal.
It heals
fuck?
2
That is
full
it,
hearts
what
in
I
Breath of the
expected
Wild.
it
Form of nerddom here. Let's be real.
We are playing D&D.
Yeah. And I've spent several years
We
on this
are-
setting.
I'm
It's
gonna
fair.
throw
We're all
every
nerds.
nerd reference at it I can.
So, for the individuals who had trouble deciding on something they wanted to find out an answer for, maybe I'll give you something.
Hey, I said
Maybe.
what I said.
All right.
She's
never
got her
mind.
gods.
Just
Look, if you-
Becca gets nothing. Darius, you may get something though.
You made a cleric character ascend a god without knowing. She's a little miffed about it.
She has every right to be.
Yeah. And she, as I said, she worships 2 gods. If she wants favors, she already has someone she can ask a favor from.
Fair enough. So, you guys have found yourselves
That's in
back.
character, by the way.
I figured. You guys have found yourselves back at the cart. What would you want to do now? It just... Yes? What's up?
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
No, you, Joe, what's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just making
Crazy.
faces.
I did realize something during the conversation. Because Physius has now 5th level spells, she can technically cast planar binding on Luce to allow Darius to get questions out of him.
It's true, you could question the cat.
Eris?
But
I
it,
don't think the cat knows that much.
it requires, I think, 1,000 golden diamonds, so
Yeah,
not
the
worth it
cat
right
is-
now.
The cat is probably
We can
just a
get to the point.
messenger, basically. He probably doesn't get to
It's-
know much.
Technically the familiar
Yeah, but you could
of the
force
demon.
it to help you.
Hey Fitz,
Yeah.
do you know if there's like any kind of like information out there about what to do about being stuck in unwanted deals?
I guarantee you there is. I promise you that if it's happened before, there is information about it somewhere. I don't know where.
Can you look into that for me?
When we are at books, perhaps. I can't just. There's no sort of like worldwide sort of like web of information that I can just sort of scan or anything, but.
It'd be really
think we
useful
should
actually if we had a world wide web.
Yeah, like a spider web, so you just kind of like, go from place to place.
It seems kind of
Kinda cool.
sticky.
Well, no, because on a spider webs, actually, those main ones that like shoot out, those are solid and aren't sticky. It's only the ones that do like the little circle spiral thing that are sticky.
Yeah, so long as you stay in your lane, you won't get into any sticky situations. Just don't stray off the path,
This feels like a metaphor.
Don't go to any of the dark webs. Just stay on the plain,
Oh my god.
normal webs.
Mm-mm.
There's a guy over on that dark web over there who wants my organs. I don't know what that's about.
And another one
Weird.
that keeps trying to convince me to buy drugs.
This one says there's a guy on the web, he's not on the dark web, but he did tell me that he's a prince. But he needs so much money
Yeah.
to
You have to
get
be,
his castle back.
you have to
It's
be
all
careful
else
where you
him.
step. You might be stuck with a rootkit.
I It's really easy to get sick on the web too. You don't want to catch a virus or anything. So be really careful
You guys
out
are
there.
such fucking dorks.
There you go.
I think our priority
Intolerable.
will be
But
returning to the surface and then probably stopping for the evening so everyone can get ready for.
I'll say this though, if we did have this giant web, it would be kind of hard to talk across it. We need like some type of messenger bug.
Okay.
Oh my
All right.
Gonna fucking strangle you. I'm
Do
gonna
it,
strangle the
bitch.
life out of you.
You're only 2 hours from me.
We could call it
Or-
a lot of love, and we could shorten it to AOL. And then-
Entire
Don't you,
world.
don't you think it might be a little bit slow to do it like that?
It
Okay.
costs-
Everyone get off Mr. Bones' ride.
This isn't Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. This is Mickey's Dick Smasher. I'm so sorry.
No, it's even worse.
And we could make our space and customize the heck out of it.
Well, actually,
So-
it's gonna be more like MySpace.
As
My space.
as you guys load back into the cart and begin making your way back up topside, anyone who looks out over the fulminant spire will note the strange dark clouds appear to be clearing up slightly, and you can see that there does appear to be a tall form striding their way back into the main entrance. That appears to be making the right of a situation. And as you bring yourselves topside, you can see that you are back out in front near the actual fields that you began digging down at. Dawn is beginning to break. It is early in the morning.
And exactly what time is it?
7 o'clock.
Just wanted to know.
And you guys are such fucking...
I had like a bark or a squeak or something, and I just saw Kaz's model go.
To be fair, like you didn't know that everyone would be like this before inviting them, except for me. You knew I would be like this.
I knew you're always like this, but I didn't know everyone else was gonna be like this at the ascent of the session.
Look, we went like 2 weeks with no sessions. It's always crazy when we come back.
And now you're like this.
2 weeks and it
Not
was holidays.
Weird. I don't.
Guys, I was doing the cat face for so long. I have a giant sore on the inside of my upper lip
my
now.
god.
Because I was doing the like.
You're such a fucking dork. As you guys make your way to the top side, looking out over the fields, dawn begins to break. We will end our session there.
Right.
Dawn breaking? We should go see him in prison then.
No!
I'm gonna kill you all.
Please do. I look
I'm going to
TPK.
publicly
to it.
execute you guys.
Please look
Hey,
forward to it.
I think they outlawed public executions in the mid 1900s.
Fuck's sake, you guys. Thank you very much to our first-time chatters, Barney on Twitch and Schumer Boom. It was very nice having you guys pop in here. Sorry it wrapped up shortly after you guys showed up, but it's just bad timing. If you enjoy what we do, pass the word around, tell your friends. We stream regularly, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Let's see. Any announcements we have to be concerned with? Are there any sessions we're going to be missing coming up soon?
If we
I don't
are,
think
don't
so.
know of them. There still could be some, but
I think we're going to be okay.
land right now. Life comes at you fast. But
Life comes at you
as
fast.
yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
I decided to
there's-
go to Disney out of nowhere, so.
Yeah.
Well,
So
save
in
that for
that
a
case,
Sunday.
it appears our schedules are going to be just the same as always. If you enjoy what we do, pass the word around, tell your friends. But with all that said, say bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye,
stream.
stream.
Bye, stream.